Dads, what's the most insane way you've accidentally ruined your own baby shower? My wife had exactly one instruction for me before our baby shower. Don't say a single word about the gender. That's it. No speeches, no hints, no slip-ups. She made me repeat it back to her 3 times like I was signing an oath. The living room looked like pastel confetti had exploded. Blue and pink balloons covered every corner, streamers hung from the ceiling, and the cake sat on a table in the middle like the crown jewel. White frosting outside, secret colored filling inside. That was supposed to be the moment. Cut the cake, reveal the surprise, everyone cries. Perfect Instagram reel. I'm standing there wearing a glitter sash that said, Dad-to-be, trying not to look ridiculous, when Melissa's mom, Janice, corners me by the gift table. She's holding this massive balloon arrangement like she's guarding national treasure. So, she asks, squinting at me, are you nervous? I give her the standard dad answers. Yeah, excited. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, can't wait to meet the baby. All safe, all boring. Then my Uncle Doug wanders over with his cup of punch, already talking about how raising boys is chaos and raising girls is scarier because they learn to talk back faster. Janice nods and launches into stories about Melissa coloring on walls as a toddler. I'm smiling, nodding, holding my plate of cheese cubes, minding my business. And then Janice looks me dead in the eyes. Do you want a boy or a girl? Here's where my brain just quit. No buffering, no warning. I blurt out, well, I've already been practicing my dad jokes for when my little girl gets older. Can't wait to embarrass her at school pickup. The words left my mouth in slow motion. Doug froze with his cup halfway to his lips. Janice tilted sideways like the balloons were dragging her down. Then I heard the gasp. Not from Janice, not from Doug, from across the entire room. I turned around and realized everyone had heard me. Emma's twins stopped fighting over a toy truck. My neighbor, who I barely knew, pointed at me mid-cupcake bite. Even the family dog tilted his head like, you serious right now? Melissa was standing by the cake, hands covering her mouth. The photographer literally lowered her camera in defeat. Then Janice dropped the balloon arrangement. It hit the floor with a squeak and rolled away while she stared at me like I'd just ruined Christmas. She finally screamed, Eric, you had one job. She's jabbing her finger in my face. Balloon strings tangled around her feet, yelling like I just confessed to arson. One job! Don't say a word! That's all you had to do! Now the whole room is dead silent. Everyone's heads are turning back and forth between us like a tennis match. Melissa put her head in her hands. Janice kept going, her voice climbing higher each second. We spent 3 weeks planning this, coordinating with the bakery, keeping the filling secret. The photographer was supposed to capture the surprise. I stammered something about it slipping out, but Janice wasn't hearing it. She turned to Melissa, hand on her chest like she'd been personally betrayed. I cannot believe you married someone who can't keep a secret for 3 hours. Melissa finally sighed, looked at the room full of shocked faces and said flatly, well, surprise everyone, it's a girl. Polite clapping, the kind you hear after a bad open mic set, but Janice wasn't finished. She stormed across the room, ripped the dad-to-be sash off me like it was a championship belt, and pointed at the door. You ruined the magic. Go sit in the car. Everyone gasped again. I looked at Melissa for backup. She just shrugged and cut herself a piece of cake. So there I was, sitting in my Honda Civic in the driveway during my own baby shower, watching through the window as everyone else ate cake and opened gifts. Janice kept glancing at me through the blinds, making sure I stayed exiled. At one point, she even held up the ruined balloon arrangement like a war trophy before tossing it in the trash can right in my line of sight. The photographer still charged us full price, and the album has exactly one picture of me, standing in the corner with my mouth open, caught mid-sentence, seconds before I doomed myself.